Church Nelly, gotta love you. Good morning, good morning, good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you are. Welcome to Talk Tuesday. VS speaks royally. Hope you are having a wonderful day. Oh my goodness. Everyone. Welcome in. Please hit the thumbs up on your way in. I would appreciate that. Please share out if you're able to. Tell everyone. Okay, hopefully my internet holds out. But you know, that may not work in my favor anyway. Okay, so I'm gonna try to be as quickly as possible. Hello to you. I wish I knew French better. I believe that's French, but you know, I'll do my Google Translate after this stream is over. So did everyone, I hope, well, I shouldn't say did everyone. I hope everyone has had an opportunity to listen to the Decoding of Crazy, Archetypes Episode 5, with some really great guests. And it was very emotional. I have to say, I'm going to try my best not to give away too much, because those who have not listened to it, I really wish that you will get that opportunity to listen to it. It's powerful. This one, especially, I think truly, as Joan said that, let me try to find your comment, by the way, because that was so true. There are women who can relate to every Archetypes episode. This one this week was powerful. I will say Constance Wu really got to me. Loved her in the movie that I had seen her. I had not watched the show that she was on, and did fall for the hype. and the media narrative that was put out there and spun about her. So, here you have the actress and you're all of a sudden, like she said, the D word, a diva, and how that just started spinning out of control and her being affected, having to work with an abuser. So, yeah, this one was really, really deep. There was a part that I did laugh, and I will say why. And Black Queen even hinted to it, and a couple of others. When Megan mentioned how she received a gift and that the stuffing in the box used was the tabloids, they shredded the tabloids because they felt that that was the perfect use for the tabloids. That hit a home run for me. Now, whew, let me just get on with the content. This really was a heavy hitter. All of the guests were very transparent. They shared some deep content or emotions with themselves. And even with Constance, her talking through the situation and crying and then apologizing for crying, like she was saying, I know I shouldn't apologize. I mean, I feel that way sometimes. And I had to get myself together because I felt like I was going to potentially lose it. And, with my internet acting janky at times, I had to be on point. So Sussex Set podcasts, for those of you who have been in the squad for a while, know, and she had tweeted this out. So far, Archetypes has been primarily highlighting women of color. In essence, we experience those same labels and setbacks. Understanding that is so important. Boom. That's it right there. I know that, the haters are the haters are the haters are the haters, and they're going to feel how they're going to feel. But I even like under the Spotify that it gives you the information and who's involved in the episode. I did love that she didn't tell us last week who were going to be the guests or what the topic was going to be. And then she had to wait for this morning for it to pop in and say, hey, there's a new episode. I quickly clicked on it. So within this episode, Project Healthy Minds was given to us. The information was given to us. There's a link to the site that's in the description, of course, that I believe all of you will, I hope you will like it, but that you will take a look, go out to the website and take a look. There are categories. You can browse by emotional state. You can browse by resource type. And then there's, if you or someone needs help, there's the crisis helplines. And I have been on the edge myself. And I know that many others have. Things happen in our lives and you lose that balance. And that's the best way I can say. You're on that balance beam and you are about to teeter over. Seeking help, there's nothing wrong with it. It does save lives, and it can save yours. If you truly are in crisis, please seek the help that you need. There's nothing to be embarrassed about. It can work in conjunction with prayer. It can be that helping hand that you truly need to grasp until the knuckles are white. But that poem that Megan read, Breathe, that you breathe, that you find that space that you are able to silence and you just breathe. Please do not struggle and suffer, let alone in silence, but feeling that you're by yourself. Okay. That's really what I wanted to say. All right. I'm going to jump into comments. And I know Black Queen did even mention how what got her hit her really hard was how Megan, I did take a gasp on this, still has been, just conditioned to keep her composure. Whew. I don't think if she was not married to Harry, that would be something that she would have to feel beheld to. Just my opinion. But yeah, I hope now that she's able to, and if she needed to reach out the resources, and her giving the story, how she made that phone call and that the person was in their checkout line, but they can tell by her voice she needed them at that moment. And that person stopped and did what they had to do to talk with her and help her through that crisis moment. So, yeah. I shared the poem on my community page as well as with the members. Because when I heard the name, and I wasn't sure what the title was, but I remembered the author's name. And when I looked it up and I read it along with how Megan was reading it, it is just that phenomenal. And when you get to the end of it, to just breathe. Megan is phenomenal. I don't care what the haters have to say. I will just throw this out there to any listening that you want to try to control the content on my channel, because, someone was, quote, observing and making suggestions. If you don't like the Sussex content, there's other content on this channel. I just felt the need to say that, but I do the content that I like, and I am a supporter of Harry and Meghan. If you can't tell by the channel banner, then there's some other issue going on. But again, seek help. All right. Let me get in the comments real quick because I don't want to take up too much time, but and then I can, not be trying to talk through my tears and all that stuff. Hey, Anna. Yeah, don't be careful if you're listening and driving, everyone. I don't want any crazy stories. Julia, they keep getting more and more profound, really moving and eye-opening. Bravo to Megan and these brave women. Very, very true. In their, what's the right word? In them exposing elements of themselves, gives them back to me their humanity. Constance Wu, I just have to say, she, oof, Lord of mercy. And then the conversation with her parents, and so many see aspects of you, revealing parts of yourself, even to the public. Should you do that, or what would your child say? And thankfully her child does have her as an example to look at. As she said, if she had carried out what she tried to do, her child wouldn't even be here. So yeah, it's too much. Church Nelly, I can't believe that damn nurse told Serena that she's crazy when she said that she didn't feel well. What the hell? That was very powerful for Serena. There was the docu-series, I will say, on HBO that was, going through her life at the point when she was marrying and had her daughter. And many people missed that aspect, that the medical profession failed her. And many women of color lose their lives because medical professionals don't listen to them. We know our bodies. And when we say enough is enough, please listen to us. Okay, let me kind of move on. Angela, yes, indeed. Episode 5 is absolutely powerful. Julie, oh my God, the tabloid stuffing is so great. It is. There are little gems that I feel that she's dropping for that media in that country that I'm just going to not mention today. Given all that she went through, even that family that she married into, Anyway, moving on. Sylvia Ladybird, that is why trolls, haters, and bots are just noise, just block. True. True. They do have a way of, at times, if we allow, or they catch us at that real vulnerable moment, it truly can affect. If someone is isolated, that can truly affect. And when Megan talks about in the interview that, she didn't even have a license. I mean, come on already. Church, and I remember when she was trolled, even the people on The View attacked her. She was being sexually harassed at work by producer. Exactly. No one knew the truth. There's so many who we don't know we don't know their stories. We don't know what is going on behind, but because they're trained to put on that smile and they're trained to get into character for the character that they're portraying, especially if they're an actress, we get caught up in the character sometimes and forget the person. So yeah, I hope those women on The View have listened to this and, hopefully they've apologized. I just hope they've apologized, because if you are that bold to come and say, to basically attack a person and you don't even know the full story, okay. Joan, the tabloids are good for the chat. Oh, the cat litter pans too. Yes, they are. The cat litter pans, when you walk your dog and it goes to the bathroom picking up the poop. That's what the tabloids are good for. True. Traditionally, some parts of this episode are really tough to listen to. Very much so. There is the trigger warning given at the beginning. Yeah, so whew is all I can say. Whew. Ladybird, Megan knows to listen and let someone speak their truth. You can only do that when you know and possess a heart. Exactly. She's not condemning. She's not judging. She's just letting her. If we bottle our emotions, you can still wind up finding yourself on that balance beam and teetering over. You have to be able to get the emotions out. And people may feel uncomfortable because they're not understanding where it may all come from. But as long as they sit there and listen and allow you to have that time, I have thanked my husband several times, just in speaking in reference to my mother, and I'll sit there and start bawling my eyes out when I could have been laughing minutes prior, but then the topic changes a little bit, and he has allowed me that. I have thanked him for that. Because if I had to bottle it all up, I don't know if Yes Speaks Royally would still, be here. But I heard something on a podcast the other day that I was listening to that was really not about grief, but they just mentioned and how happened to get onto that topic and said how we are so conditioned in this society to grieve so hard for the one that our loved one that transitions. Keyword is transitions, that we forget that they're still around us, their energy, their love, the memories, everything, they're still with us. And in that moment, it was just like, oof, I was able to just feel a lot better. So yeah, decoding the crazy. Many of us, many times, feel like we're crazy, or people make us feel that we are crazy. You're not. You're really not. Don't even accept that trope. But get the help that you need. Lorna, this podcast made me cry. Yes. It is deep. It really was deep. And I'm so glad I had a chance. Oh, you should have seen me trying to listen to it and then trying to work before I had a call at 11 o'clock. And when it was like 11:36, I was like, okay, We are over the time because, yeah, I had to come talk to you all about this and, that kind of thing. And Anna, definitely hugs, hugs, hugs. But please, if it gets to be too much, and we as the squad are not able to truly help you, give you those hugs that you need, please reach out and talk to someone. Because I'm telling you, a non-biased third party it's freeing. It really is freeing. Iris, we pray, we love, we fight a good fight. Yes, very true. I just so happened to be on the YouTube side and I saw that. And thank you for being a member for 2 months. Oh, and I do want to say to Lorna, I did not see the notification for whatever reason. So I do want to play this in the midst of everything that we're discussing, just to kind of try to end on a little happier note. So, new channel member! New channel member! New channel member! I don't know if that came through. Did that even come through, the sound? Because I didn't hear it myself. And sometimes I do, but that was my welcome to Lorna, who became a channel member. So let me see. Okay, good. I'm glad you were able to hear that. Thank you, Elaine, for confirming. I was like, wait a minute, I'm not hearing sounds. Okay, let me see what is Annie. Years ago when I was going through it with management on my job, the pressure became too much. I walked off the job, went straight to the doctor. I was in bad condition. Please get help. Yeah, I've dealt with that too. Let me tell you. Yeah. And didn't have my mom was always the touchstone who I called her my prayer partner, who I would go to say, do the dump. Here's what's going on, and she would pray about situations. But yes, I've been through that too with management. So, and still to a degree going through it, but get help. So truly, Anna, we love you, but it is a lot to deal with a loved one. And when you're taking on not just your own household, another household, all of the stuff that comes with a sibling, which I don't have, but losing a sibling like you are, it's difficult, and he's suffering, and yeah, and you're taking ownership of a lot of that. So definitely. They are one busy mama. Companies are too insensitive, really. They have programs. I will say that, check with you may not have to speak with HR, but look to see if there's an employee assistance program. You can do that and go through them directly and get the help that you need. Basically, don't suffer in silence. Find that spot that you breathe again, because you really don't know until you're going through a lot. And one busy mama had shared during her last, well, I won't say last, but the last live that I believe I caught her in the wellness with Frugal Mama. They have a weekly, I believe it's weekly, where they discuss a different topic. And she discussed a topic that was very traumatic and very close to her heart. And it's in regards to domestic violence with a very close friend. And same thing here. You have to be able to talk to someone, because when you're holding on to a lot of that emotion, yeah, it's deep. It's deep. And I'm here to my destination, and my sister just watches me. I'm so tired of her annoying voice. I feel like crap. You have, out of love, you can only take but so much. One person can only take but so much. So with all that you're dealing with, I truly would say, Anne, just find the one that you can talk to. They even have programs where if it's just a text message, you can be sitting there with your brother, but talking with someone in a sense. So one busy mama, thank you for sharing that. It was extremely difficult. Much love. It was difficult listening, but I know that it was much more difficult for you, especially sharing that piece of you. We're all pretty much relatively strangers to each other, and you don't know who may take that and try to use that. So yeah, I thank you for even sharing that part of you. So Lydia, Anna, take a day for you. Let someone else carry the load. Yes, take a day off. Mental health day. Even if you lay in the bed, do this, open the blinds, let the sun in, because the sun is healing. I'm just saying. And breathe. Order takeout, do whatever, but let it be for you. Okay? Just let it be for you, even if it means turning the phone off. Just saying. And no guilt in that either. Okay. All right. Let me see, Anna Hilda. Thank you. I truly feel not worthy. I swear sometimes I feel the devil is going to come out of me. Not cool. Listen. In our moments of emotion, and there's grieving process, and anger's one. And let me just tell you something. Sometimes that side, the rage, it should come out because you don't want it to really go at someone that is not the touch point in the sense of that rage. All your emotions bottle up can then cause you to surge out. So definitely just unplug and take a time off, or go outside and bark like Penelope is doing. I don't care. Just something that helps you release. I'm just saying. Okay. And no, I'm not calling you a dog. I just said, you know what I mean? Okay. Now, I don't want to belabor this, just another minute out of this. Please, if you have not taken the time, the link to Spotify, to the podcast is in the description box. Please go listen if you haven't had a chance to listen. I will say that if you don't feel that you're at a state that you really could listen to it in segments, or save it for another point in time when you're strong enough to listen to it. It is truly this one. Yeah, I can only imagine what the others are going to be. So let me see. What is Anna saying? And I can't have a day off. Nobody steps up. That's my point. These entities don't believe he's terminally ill with cancer. But you can, even if it's for a few hours. You have to carve out time for you. I'm just saying, you have to carve out time for you. So if you don't take a full day, start out by taking just a couple of hours. Turn off the phone, sleep in, a couple of hours. The situation will still be there when you turn everything back on. And in those couple of hours, those people will survive. Okay? Your brother is getting care. So he has people that can care beyond the family. So I'm just saying. Okay. Thank you, Joyce. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Joseph, coming to America was the best thing the sexes could do for their mental health. They have their freedom, their own voice, and can write their own narrative. Very, very true. And speak freely about it. So I saw the picture of Harry on the Zoom call with Well Child. I'll show that on Saturday. But he is healthy, he is happy, and he's not going back. And that's my final word. And it is, Sash. It is. This podcast is extremely heavy and triggering. You have to, yeah. Whew, that's all I can say. Okay. Let me drop the music a little bit. So to all my channel members in here, thank you so very much for your continued support. For those that you come into my live streams and you support my content, thank you. Thank you very, very, very much. So I'm just emotional. That podcast has got us all in our feels, those of us that have listened. And again, the poem that Megan read at the end is posted on the community tab, and then the members have it also. So Whew, Lord of mercy. All right. Love you all. Please be safe. Um, please take care of yourselves. Please wear your mask. You know how I say. Yes, I'm going to breathe. And I want you all to also breathe. So love you. Be well. Leave comments if you need to reach out to someone. Again, there are resources for you, you know. So love you all. Take care. Bye.